Welcome to Picks for Kicks, week number 17.
Welcome to the Sportscaster Dan podcast. Here is your host, Dan Lavallo.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Sportscaster Dan podcast, and this is my Picks for Kicks segment of the podcast, week number 17. It has been an interesting NFL season, to say the least. Let's take a look, for example, at my picks last week. I was 2-3. I had 2 right, 3 wrong. I was wrong on the Commanders beating the Jets. By the way, 2 of my losses were last-second field goals, but it's a loss. And as you know, I make the picks involving the NFL teams from my area, the Jets, the Giants, and the Patriots. And then I usually pick a couple of extra games. There's no pick against the spread, none of that. I just go out and I make my predictions outright winners, or in this case, outright losers. But I had the Commanders defeating the Jets, and the Jets looked horrible. And obviously, if you watch that game, they blew a 27-7 lead and actually were losing 28-27 before the Jets won on a last-second field goal. So I was wrong on that prediction. Let's see. I had the Patriots beating the Broncos. I had that sense that the Patriots would be ready. I thought that the Broncos, even though they had turned things around under Coach Sean Payton, were a soft 7-7, and the Patriots proved me right. As they went out, they had a 20-point third period, and they went out, and then they held on. They got a field goal to beat the Broncos, so I was fortunate there. I had the Eagles over the Giants, even though the Eagles did not impress on Christmas Day, but the Giants are a mess. They actually, I thought, played competitively. Tyrod Taylor making a difference at quarterback. I think we can say that the Tommy DeVito era is over. Tommy, we hardly knew ye. But, man, you were selling pizzas and getting a lot of publicity, but that's over and done with, and now Taylor is the quarterback. But I had the Eagles winning. They didn't look impressive, but they did win. I had the Cowboys over the Dolphins. And the Dolphins had to prove they could beat a team with a winning record, and they did on a last-second field goal after the Cowboys had scored late in the fourth period to take the lead. So give the fish credit. And I had the 49ers over the Ravens, and the Ravens really proved something. They proved that they are a heck of a team. They might be the best team in football, as they went out to San Francisco and put on a show beating the 49ers. So on the season, through 16 weeks, I now have a record of 33-21, 33 right and 21 wrong. So that brings us to this week, week number 17, beginning with the game tonight, and I'm putting this together on Thursday, December the 28th, the Thursday night game, the Amazon Prime game, featuring the Jets against the Cleveland Browns. How many people remember this? And I'm sure they're going to make a big deal on the telecast tonight. This was the first Monday Night Football broadcast. Joe Namath, of course, was the quarterback for the Jets. The Jets at Cleveland. Municipal Stadium was the venue, and it was Monday Night Football with Howard Cosell. So anyhow, the Jets are playing the Browns. Browns are really putting together some kind of season. So who's going to win? The Browns will beat the Jets. I don't think there's any doubt about it. Cleveland is a very good team. Joe Flacco is quite a story. The Jets are a mess. They don't have a quarterback. Now, the Sunday game in New York or New Jersey will be the Los Angeles Rams visiting the New York Giants. Tyrod Taylor will be the quarterback. There's no quarterback doubt here. I thought he did a good job when he was put into the game relieving Tommy DeVito by Coach Brian Daboll. Thought he did a real good job. Giants fell short. The Giants really don't have enough. They're very competitive, though. They've certainly come on and played better football than they did the first 10 games of the season, so you tip your cap to them in that regard. But let's face it, you know what the Giants are? A 5-10 football team. Simple as that. Anyway, the Giants will be hosting the LA Rams. The Rams are in the playoff hunt, and they have really done a fine job. So, that said, I am going with the Rams over the Giants on Sunday in the Meadowlands. That is a 1 o'clock game. The Rams over the Giants. They need that win for the playoffs. The Giants are just playing for draft position. Then the other game involving the NFL area teams, the Patriots at the Bills. Patriots playing better football. You can't deny that. They don't have a quarterback controversy anymore, and I think that will have an impact. But the Buffalo Bills have been playing some of the best football in the NFL recently, and I don't see it changing, particularly in Buffalo. So, that said, the Bills will beat the Pats. Now, a couple of bonus games that I want to throw in. I toyed, first of all, with including the Ravens and the Dolphins. They're playing that game in Baltimore, but I didn't put that on the card because both those teams are going to the playoffs. They're battling, in this case, Miami, for a division title and an outside chance at perhaps a number one seed. And the Ravens, of course, are the number one seed right now, and they want to hold on to that. So, yeah, I thought about including that game, but I didn't. But I am picking two bonus games, beginning with the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, what has gone on with the Chiefs? They'll get it straightened out. I am predicting that the Chiefs will beat the Bengals on Sunday. I just don't see Kansas City losing all these games in a row at home. But stranger things have happened. I know Mahomes has, on the sideline, looked at times as not mature enough the way he's gone after his team, but I just think that the Chiefs will get it all straightened out. I don't care if Taylor Swift is in the box or not. That's not the issue. The issue is the Chiefs playing football better. They are the defending champs. They will defeat the Cincinnati Bengals. And the other game I included was the Pittsburgh Steelers in Seattle against the Seahawks. Big game for both teams. Playoff implications as far as the AFC is concerned and the NFC. And in this case, the Seahawks in the NFC, the Steelers in the AFC. I am predicting that the Seahawks will beat the Steelers. Yep, they're playing at home. Pete Carroll has got that team playing solid football. They've had a lot of injuries, and somehow Carroll manages to get the job done as coach. So here we go. In review, again, my picks: the Browns over the Jets, the Rams will beat the Giants, the Bills to upend the Patriots, the Cincinnati Bengals will lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. I know the Bengals have been playing good football, but they will lose against the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Seahawks over the Pittsburgh Steelers. So there you have it, my picks for kicks, week number 17. One more week to go in the regular season. You know, I've talked to you about perhaps using the line, the spread, to start making my predictions, picking against the spread, involving the spread, all of that. I'm not quite there yet. I'm having these internal meetings with myself as to whether I should do that, and it'll probably be next season. I might include the spread. I might even do it in the playoffs. Maybe we'll have fun and do it next week, week number 18. Who knows? But right now, I'm just picking the outright winners, and there you have it, my picks for kicks, week number 17, and it all begins tonight, Thursday night, with the Browns hosting the New York Jets. Enjoy the games, everybody. Have a happy new year, and thanks very much for listening to and watching the podcast.